A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. Charles, AFC East matchup, and if we look back, everybody knows this, but the last 16 years of the AFC East, 15 times it's been won by these Patriots.
The other three teams in the division, Jets, Buffalo, Miami, they kind of remind me of the old Brooklyn Dodgers. Remember their rally cry? Wait till next year, because that's what it's been like trying to chase down the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are even vulnerable yet. If anyone wins this division other than the Pats, they're going to have to earn it.
There's Mike Nugent now to put this one in the air. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Time to get our first look at the Jets offense led by Sam Darnold, who has not been on the field since their Week 1 game against Buffalo. Since then, we've seen Trevor Siemian at quarterback. We've seen Luke Falk at quarterback. It was Falk who started last week against Philadelphia Week 5 in the 31-6 loss, and he struggled 15-26 through 2 interceptions against the Eagles. But now the Jets hoping that Sam Darnold can come back and be the savior that they hoped he would be last year when they drafted him in the summer of 2018.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, let's...
Entering pause screen. Resume.
Get this.
On first down, it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Come get some.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You must be dreaming.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The New England Patriots at 5-0 as Tom Brady brings the offense onto the field here, and they got to 5-0 Week 5 with a 33-7 victory over the Washington Redskins. Brady in that game, a milestone for him. He overtook Brett Favre to become 3rd all-time in passing yards, and he's going to continue to climb that list because he's now just 17 behind Peyton Manning, who is next on the list. Tops all-time is the injured Drew Brees with just under 75,000 career passing yards. But Brady will look to overtake Peyton Manning against the Giants on Thursday night. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 18 big yards on that one and a New England 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go right back to White here on 1st down. White's got a 1st down and more. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
31 yards there and a 1st down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
40, wait, 20! You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. 1st-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes the New York Jets offense. It's an offense that has struggled this year. We mentioned earlier in Week 5 they lost to Philly 31-6. And remember, that was coming off their open week. And fans were hoping the Jets could right the ship, but they've really struggled in the passing game without Sam Darnold. Le'Veon Bell in the backfield, he's kind of done his thing, but the offense has not been able to produce touchdowns. In fact, they have more defensive and special team touchdowns with 3 than offensive touchdowns with 2. Upcoming schedule, they'll be home against Dallas and then home against New England before heading to Jacksonville. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Mike, we're going to sign. Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Still on his feet. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Darnold on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 5-4. Hey, here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Now Darnold, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Kyle Van Noy, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. Fickens' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting a 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
the leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Caught by the tight end, Watson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
To throw again on second down. Brady able to get this to Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Wait, set, play, 20. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Wait, 20,
Brady now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Alabama, 380. Hey, check it.
Brady gives to Michelle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On the ground, Michelle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. And it's Michel once again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. He was the leading receiver for the Jets the season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the counter, here's Bell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it's caught by Herndon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now it's Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold, a screen to Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Ficken's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with White, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Brady deferring to White on the draw. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. And that's caught inside the 30. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 42 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's White. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Wait, 20! Check my 46! Watch the run, watch the run!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Nugent on now for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Darnold, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, Alabama.
They begin with Michelle on the ground, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey. We got 3.
Again, it's Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Now Michelle. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 72.
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Yeah. Get him on now.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.
Post-game report player stats.